Hello, good day everyone. So yeah, we just came from a Pauper tournament here in Centuries. Yeah, lots of stuff happened. But I tried to pilot yun nga, boros synthesizer deck. But I was sorely unprepared for the meta at hand. No? Puro blue. Puro blue yung nandun sa yung nakalaban ko actually. Isa lang black pero my 4 matches were all blue and I don't have any anti-blue na sideboard. So I'll be discussing the deck later, but let's dive into the price. Okay, so you're seeing the prices right now. There were 18 players. I was surprised. I thought last place ako kasi para ang loose ko is well, 2-3-0 ako. My last match was a bye, so I did nothing but wait for the other players. But surprisingly, 14th place pa rin ako, no? Well, siguro because may mga nag-drop siguro. So I got 2 draft boosters, no? So slightly bawi na yung entrance fee of 600 with this one. But actually, my second to the last match, medyo may usapan kasi kami nung nakalaban ko. Kasi draw kami. But if he wins, if I give him the win, he can place. And yung naging hatian namin is like 60-40. So yeah, I decided to take it instead kasi kung pareho kaming bagsak, parang wala kami ding makukuha. So he placed naman and he gave me one draft booster from Double Master. So with this alone, medyo bawi na talaga yung entrance fee. So now, i-unbox ni Chia to. Sige. Let's start with the draft boosters muna. Let's leave the best for last. Okay. Nice, Diabolic Intent. Okay. Okay, we got a nice card. It's like a demonic shooter. Go. But sorcery speed niya, no? So for the draft boosters, I think yung rare nasa harap. And these packs, these draft boosters, wala siyang kahit anong Transformers cards or chance for Transformers cards. Stern Lesson. Okay, a Pauper card. And Tomaku Scrapsmith. Okay, second pack. Again, wala na namang recommission. Pero actually, na-kompleto ko na yung mga recommissions ko. I bought from some sellers there during the tournament. Because I don't think I'll be opening a set booster or a collector booster box anytime soon. Ubus na yata yung luck natin for the year. So while she's opening, ayan. Yeah. Acre Wellspring. Deathbloom Ritualist, meh. Okay. And yeah, again, wala na namang recommission. Okay, so ito na ang Double Masters pack natin, guys. Tingnan natin kung may makuha tayong maganda dito, no? Okay, token, Fairy Rogue. No, Balefire Leech and Varina. Okay, that sucks. So 2 crap rares. Like, okay. Oh, nice. Okay, a Pauper card. Okay, so ako pumili nitong pack na to. So yeah, hindi talaga ako swerte sa pagpili ng pack eh. Like yan, 2 crap rares you saw, guys. So yeah, that's it for today's video, guys. Short video lang, report. Well, actually, I'll discuss pa pala yung deck, no? Yung deck list in a while. So, kain muna kami sa JT Manuka. And we are back, guys. So yeah, we had a hearty dinner. At least that lifted my spirits up. But as promised, I am here to discuss the deck. But first, yeah, let me fix it up. Okay, so let me guide you through this mess. No? So the first, let's discuss the land base. So we have 3 mountains, 3 ancient dens, 3 Great Furnaces, 3 Boros Garrisons, 2 Kabir Crossroads, 4 Rustvale Bridges, so they are indestructible, a Bojuka Bog, and a Radiant Fountain. So, yeah, actually running the mana base, it's 20 lands. So, I am not wanting for more lands, but I think we have too much tapped lands now in the form of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, almost half of the land package is tap lands, no, and some of them can even be returned by Glint Hawk or by Core Sky Fisher. But if you've noticed, we have 3 lands, no, that could be returned over and over again by Score Sky Fisher, potentially gaining us life. So the Radiant Fountain, Kabir Crossroads, and a Bojuka Bog, which we have one of. Actually, one of my errors was that this was my only graveyard hit, and we never drew the Bojuka Bog in any match during that day. So, but yeah, the concept is we can return this with Core Sky Fisher if the opponent is running either a UB Terror or a Mono Blue Terror list. Well, they would like to fill their graveyards up, so we just return this and then use it over and over again. Rustvale Bridges, we're running these indestructible lands because artifact destruction is ripe now. If our opponent has a that monkey shaman, that gorilla shaman that can destroy lands, say goodbye to these ancient dens and great furnaces. That's why we also run just 3 ofs of both. We also run 3 Boros Garrisons, but I think I need to remove 1 because actually the gimmick here is they get to return either the Kabir Crossroads or the Radiant Fountain or the Bojuka Bog, so we can reuse those lands over and over again. But too many tap lands for my taste. I think I am going to remove 1 Kabira Crossroads and 1 Boros Garrison, and gonna put in like a single plains or I'll think about it, guys, but too many tap lands for my taste. Next is the creature base. So we are running 4 Rabbinic Specters. They're pretty cheap, kinda thick for a 1-drop, and it investigates when it enters the battlefield, giving us an artifact drop to proc the Reckless Weaver. So I guess I should have led with these ones. These are the new things in my Boros synthesizer. This is not my original list. So I added this one because it's pretty cheap to cast, and it's thick as well, no? And when an artifact enters the battlefield under your control, either token or non-token, this card deals 1 damage to each opponent. So kind of a good artifact, a good card in some commander decks. But with Boros Synthesizer, you would be playing lots of artifact cards over and over and over again because you'd be bouncing them, etc, etc. So these can rack up the damage, especially when you have 2 offs. Imagine you have like 2 offs or maybe even 3. Just put in a Thraben Inspector, and then these deal 3 damage to the opponent. Also, if you play the others like Experimental Synthesizer and your other artifacts. So Reckless Fireweaver, Thraben Inspector, and we have the RCQ promo. So just an additional bling. Of course, the 2 most important cards in the deck are the Glint Hawks, of course, to return your artifacts, which you have a lot of. You can even return your artifact lands. If you don't have a land drop, then play it, so you have mana again. And Core Sky Fishers, which can also do the same, returning your artifacts, so you can play them again to be able to draw a card, or return your lands that gain you life, or even your Bojuka Bog if you draw it. And besides, they have flying, so they're good evasive creatures. Of course, Skyfisher, pretty thick boy for 2 mana. So yeah, these are your airborne creatures built to deal damage. And the last creatures here are the Seeker of the Way. They're vanilla 2/2 creatures, but they have prowess. And whenever you cast a non-creature spell, Seeker of the Way gains lifelink until end of turn. So, not just instants or sorceries, even your artifacts, which are non-creature spells. So, if you have lots of artifacts, cheap artifacts, you can end removal. Yeah, this just really grows out of proportion and gains you life to win the damage race, of course. Your standard removal, lightning bolts. Yeah, we have that nice lightning bolt from Sir Clark from Crazy 8, and we have the galvanic blasts. At best, they are shocks, but if you happen to have lots of artifacts in the battlefield, yeah, they just become better. So yeah. And we have for experimental synthesizer, very good value card. I can't believe they printed this card for 1 mana. It gives you a impulse draw. Pretty tricky if you try to play this turn 2. You would be playing this turn 2 at least, no, not turn 1, because you can't even you wouldn't have any mana by then. If you want to take a gamble, maybe turn 2. Safer would be turn 3. So yeah, also when this leaves the battlefield, no, if it gets destroyed, exiled, or it just returns to your hand or gets shuffled into your deck, yeah, it still does its effect. And if you don't have any more creatures, sacrifice this, creates out 2/2 white samurai creature, and you get an impulse draw. What's not to like? Now, there are some debates on what to actually add, no? The artifacts that we could add. There are many actually. They could be spare supplies, golden eggs, Ichor wellspring. For the build of this deck, we don't really rely much on sacrificing things. So, I think spare supplies would be a better choice because it can sacrifice itself to draw a card. Also, for your golden egg, it can also gain you life. So we are, if you notice, we're pretty much set up against red decks, your Goldota Rebirths, your burn decks, and so here's the sideboard. We have 2 Dawnbringer Clerics to gain us more life or destroy target enchantments just in case we run into some Bogles. Also, he's a thick boy. We can also exile target cards from our graveyard, so potentially exiling those pesky Sacred Cats or those prismatic endings. Celestial Flares are hard removal for Tolarian Terrors and Gurmag Anglers. We decided to try Recommission out, but I know it's a powerful card, but I don't think it's for this deck. Though the prospect of it returning a Core Skyfisher or Glint Hawk, then those cards triggering to enter the battlefield is really tempting. But I don't think they can really work in a Boros deck. Maybe an Orzhov deck. Who knows? I'll try to make one. Revoke Existence for your anti-affinity decks. So exile target artifact. We can also exile their lands. Lone Missionaries, again, to gain us more life and to race against the red decks. And Electrickery. Well, we also have 1 copy of Dust to Dust. Electrickery, wait, is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so it seems like I'm missing the other sideboard cards. Where are they? And they were here a while ago. But I think I had 2 Dust to Dusts and 3 Electrickeries. Or I think I slot them already in other decks. So yeah, these are for anti-fairies and anti-Kogate. But when we had these cards, they get countered most of the time. Dust to Dust, again, anti-affinity. Lone Missionary, we didn't get a chance to play with these cards. But I think with all the life gain happening in the deck now, with the Golden Egg and the Kabir Crossroads, I think we are going to shave off at least one Lone Missionary, and maybe add more anti-blue. So yeah, that's the fault of this deck. Actually, we win our turn 1 games, no? Our round 1 games. We win it, no? But once the sideboard comes in, the blue decks tend to get the upper hand, and yeah, as you notice, there's a severe lack of red elemental blasts. So no, actually, I forgot. The sideboard pala that's missing. These are 13. Are 2 Journeys to Nowhere. I already put them in my newly built Cogates deck na. So I'm already moving on. No, just kidding. I really want this deck to work. So I'm going to tweak it a bit. No, I have some builds in mind. But yeah, that's it for this video, guys. So that's your boros synthesizer Pauper deck. Your basic. Actually, it's one of the new ones. This is not my original build. I don't know. Okay, it's fine. Let's show my original build now. So these are the cards that used to be in that deck. So we didn't have Kabira Crossroads or Radiant Fountains. So we had the Plains and Thriving Heath. We didn't even have the Bajuka Bog back then. Fateless Looting for some card draw. Makeshift Munitions, of course, very important against fairies or Cogate, and for pushing that little bit of damage in the end, sacrificing your artifacts. Omen of the Dead, recursion piece, but I think yeah, I remove this in favor of Recommission, and a Navigator's Compass that can gain us life and fix our colors if we manage to not draw them. So yeah, this was part of my OG build. The Reckless Weavers weren't even there. So I saw this idea, I forgot, I think saw it in MTG Top 8, but decided to take it to try. Actually, it was pivotal in some matches, wherein we pinged opponents to death. But I think the biggest fault of this deck was that it didn't have anti-blue. There are many moments wherein I have had open mana, and my stuff gets countered, and after they counter, they don't have any more mana. And I was just thinking to myself, if only I had that red elemental blast or that pyro blast, I could have countered that play. But yeah, we learn from our mistakes. Anyway, again, that's it for this video, guys. I hope you learned something, and I hope you liked it. If you haven't, please leave a like, share, subscribe, and comment down below on what are your suggestions of my build of boros synthesizer should be. Do you think this is a good build? Do you think that my way of explaining things are messy? But yeah, I need to improve. Again, I'm doing this without any script, so you can hear me a lot of times saying or lots of pauses, but I try to improve. Anyway, that's it for this video, guys. If you haven't, leave the thumbs up. Please do like, share, subscribe, and comment down below what you think about this boros synthesizer deck, and what are your experiences with it, if you fought it or if you ran it before, or any suggestions on how I can improve the deck. Anyway, this is Richard, aka Charizard, signing off. See you on the next video, guys. Bye-bye.